Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Mole Trap here, coming at you with the final game. The last one. This is it. This is the ace match of the grand finals for the Sky Pro League from 2006. I'm gonna have to specify that because they sponsor the Pro League like 3 or 4 different years or something like that. There's the trophy, ladies and gentlemen. That spinning hunk of glass and pride, which will be claimed soon by one team or the other. At which point they will probably epically fail at having a victory ceremony. Dumping soda on each other or something like that like esports teams are off to do. Oh man, it'll be fun. We'll see. But it's gonna be either SK Telecom or MBC Game Hero. What a situation to be in. SK Telecom absolutely dominating the first round of the Pro League. Remember, there was 2 rounds. 2 rounds of play. Pro League, the first round, well, I guess they dominated because they were actually like almost tied with a few teams for the top spot, right? But they were in number 1 spot, and when MBC Game Hero fought their way through the 2 other teams to get to them in the finals, they trounced them, right? That was round number 1. Round number 2, SK Telecom, and there's GoRush, by the way, and he's going to be playing against SeaShield. I said at the end of the last game, but I should announce it here at the beginning of this game as well, in case you can't read titles. MBC Game Hero, though, they did fight their way through from the bottom spot of the playoffs in round 1 to get to SK Telecom and were knocked out. In round 2, SK Telecom did not do nearly as well in seasonal play. Some people probably came into this series thinking, oh man, the round 1 SKT are out of this and they're not going to be able to go up against MBC Game Hero, who has done much better during the league season. But here they are in the final game, showing that no, they have what it takes to take it all the way to the end. And here they are battling it out in game number 7, the ace match to determine who is going to win the entire series. And this has been a year of gameplay leading up to this epic finale, ladies and gentlemen. SeaShield versus GoRush on Shin Peaks of Baekdu. We'll take a quick look at that here real quick. Quickly. I'll say it quick. I'll say quick 4 times and then I'll do it slowly. How about that? Here we go. 2-player map. 2-spawn map, I should say. And it's a weird map, guys. Look at there's these ramps, and there's like a second ramp behind your main with minerals on it, and then there's like a ramp down, and there's these small choke points as well in the middle. It's hard to kind of see them, but there's these small choke points too. So it's a very strangely constructed map. You know, a Zergling could theoretically run from base to base very quickly, but a Dragoon cannot because he has to go all the way around in like kind of an S shape. And then there's the corner expansions and expansions on the sides and all kinds of crazy stuff on this map. So I don't know. We'll see what happens, but this map has so much potential for shenanigans. But we're hoping here for potentially a straight-up game. You know, you kind of feel like the macro games are what really, when you can really determine who was the better player, right? But you know what? A win is a win, and even if you get cheesed in the game 7 of the finals, it's still a win, and they still get the trophy. So anything goes. Looks like we're not going to see any cheese, though, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be a vegan match with just some normal stuff going on. No cheese. Just macro play is what it's looking like. We got another base going up for GoRush. SeaShield getting an expansion up himself, actually. Very, I'm trying to say, like, a very, like, 2007 move to make, I guess. Like, if this was some of the games we've been casting, like 2005, we almost always would see a second barracks up before a command center, if there was a second command center. Sometimes they just go with mass Marines, and then after they're pushed, they might go for an expansion, theoretically. But in this case, we are going to see a very quick expansion here for SeaShield. And GoRush has gotten 3 hatcheries up very quickly as well. So they're kind of both playing the macro game. Maybe they secretly, or maybe not even secretly, but maybe just like, you know, in their minds, they had some sort of a intuited gentleman's agreement that in the final game you want to do some macro, you know? You did try to hide that hatchery a little bit on the side, just kind of keep it out of the way. And that's for one reason, is so that if that scouting SCV hadn't gotten in there and seen it, which I believe it did, he could disguise the fact that he's going for that 3rd hatch. Oh, the Zerglings are going to go ahead and meet those Marines on that ramp. Now again, the Zerglings, when they took the shortest route, they could have theoretically gone around the long way and gone in behind those Marines' backs and surrounded them or something like that. But he actually took the shorter route. Kind of interesting. And, you know, he's not going for super many lings at this point, I don't think. It looks like he's getting more drones. Oh, another SCV is going to sneak in here and see what's going on. And what I was going to say is that he's not only hiding that hatchery from the scouting SCV, just hiding its existence, but he's also making it so that when he scans to try and find the spire timing later on, there's now potentially 3 locations. I don't think anyone would ever build their spire at their natural. Well, no, I wouldn't say never, actually. Sometimes that might happen. But it's dangerous, though, because then, especially where his natural is right now, there's not really a way to hide it behind the minerals or anything like that. But anyways, making an extra spot where he has to scan in order to try and find the spire and get that timing of it later. But, you know, if he just keeps this SV alive forever, and that might be his scouting solution here. He has fallen back with those Marines, producing some MNX now as well, so he's going to be able to have a stalwart little squad to deal with any attacks that come out here. SCV is kind of like retreating, and the Zerglings kind of forgot about it for a second and then attacked it. And anyway, wait. There's no lair! He's going all in Zerglings, ladies and gentlemen! I think he's going all in Zerglings! That 3rd hatchery! He's stopped mining gas! Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, what is that? It's an evolution chamber to get, well, probably to get like a carapace upgrade or something like that, or an attack upgrade. Wait, he's not all in links? He's getting a 3rd base? A 4th hatchery? This SCV got all the SCV got in! He knows! He knows! I think the evolution chamber means... Is he gonna see it? Go back! Okay, he saw the evolution chamber. I believe, and I am not an expert on this kind of thing, but I believe the evolution chamber means all in lings, right? Because he's gonna get an upgrade for them if they get like a carapace, probably the carapace is what I would guess, so they can close the distance better to get on top of those Marines. I think he was planning on going for an all-in Marine, but then I'm like, there's a hatchery in the bottom right as well. This is some kind of crazy build that GoRush is pulling out that he may have even planned for this exact situation, ladies and gentlemen. And you know what I just realized? Oh my god. GoRush didn't play in the first 6 games. He has only been practicing for the ace match. The entire time he has prepared this specific strategy for this exact situation, ladies and gentlemen. GoRush didn't even play in the first 6 games. This is a special build that he's prepared exactly for this map, and he may have known that SeaShield, or, you know, maybe Light, I guess, could have been in the final, so he's probably been practicing for, like, versus Bisu or versus SeaShield, so he's ready for this. I don't know what's going on, but GoRush does, but he might lose this expansion. He's trying to use those Zerglings to kind of bait the Marines back. He does lose a couple Zerglings as a result, but he's trying to defend, and maybe this was supposed to be hidden and undiscovered, but SeaShield has discovered it, and he's going to shut down the 3rd base in the bottom right. Now, is this a bait? It's a really expensive bait. That's a 400 or 500 mineral bait, actually, if he's baiting the Marines down there. But he's switching up into lurkers? What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Is this... Wait, did he get... Wait a minute. Maybe the Evo chamber is for +1 ranged attack. I don't even know what I'm saying right now, because I've never seen anything like this before. This is insane. He's going with Hydra Lings! He's going with Hydra Lings! What is going on? Hydra Lings wiping up the Medic Marine squad after they killed his base, but still, he exchanges it back, and now he's going to send another drone hound here and rebuild that base. He's going Hydra Ling. Probably with care. I don't know. We'll have to see if we'll have to check the upgrades when we get a click on one of those. Actually, who am I kidding? We're not gonna be able to read the upgrades. Actually, it looks like 0-0 still. So whatever's going on at the Evo chamber is still going on, and whatever is going on, GoRush is specially prepared a crazy surprise build for this map, for the ace match. Imagine the foresight of the coach of having his best player prepare exactly, especially for the ace match. This is insanity. He did get enough sunkens up that there was no threat to his natural. It was a little bit dicey there, but now the Hydras are coming in here, and the Marines have +1 weapons. I don't know what the Hydralisks have. He's target firing the Marines down, though, with the Hydralisks, so the medics can't heal them. Oh my goodness gracious. He's going in. He has the, I think the speed. He does have Carapace. He's got Carapace on the Hydralisks now. I don't know if that was there for that previous fight, but he does have Carapace on the Hydralisks, and so he's going to be able to basically negate the +1 weapons that he was expecting C to have on the Marines. Dropship is out. I don't know what's in it. Probably a squad of medic Marines moving across the map. It could bypass those sunkens on the front line. The Hydralisks are hunting for it. They don't see it, though. This could be the counterattack that he needs to try and do some damage. He drops off 1 Marine in the natural. All the drones run from that single Marine into the main, where the rest of the medics and Marines are going to pop out. He is not mining right now, ladies and gentlemen. All the drones have been run from the main into the natural, and now he's going to be able to mine in the natural, but he might lose. Oh no, he might lose the Hydralisk den, but he's coming in with the Hydras to try and save their own den. He is going to be able to pick them off. It's only a squad of medic Marines, actually, and a single Firebat, actually, too. Which would have been great if there were Zerglings defending this, but there weren't. Or if he'd been able to catch some drones, I suppose. Actually, that might have been the main purpose of the Firebat, but Firebat's just good to have along. They're good buddies. They're nice to have around. Wow, double engineering bay. He's going double upgrades now on his infantry, but guess what? GoRush has double Evo chambers as well. He's getting that third base up and running. Now that bottom right base is the crucial focal point for this game, ladies and gentlemen. At least for the foreseeable future, at least for now. That bottom right base is a open target for SeaShield. If he can take out that bottom right base and not be too vulnerable to a counterattack, then GoRush will lose the game, and it's so open right now. It's so difficult to protect that, especially against this tank push. And he doesn't have mutas to try and pick off those tanks. Those mutas are in a perfect spot in the corner there, where he could just run in with some mutas and pick them off. But there are no mutas here. This is upgraded Hydras. There's no Lings there either. I think he needs probably some Lings in addition to that. But he stims after those Hydras. They're going to go ahead and run away. They do have the speed upgrade. There's the Lings off in the distance. But they're not nearby. And with stim upgraded, he can actually travel faster than those Hydralisks. So he's able to give chase, but he does go ahead and stop. Doesn't want to go to overcommit there. Doesn't actually know if there could be lurkers around the corner, because he did see the lair was up when he did that drop. And lurkers are probably, if they're not done already, they're going to be done in moments. Well, not they being the lurkers, actually, but they being the upgrade of lurkers, which is apparently, I don't know, a plural. Anyways, the point being, he's moving across the map with these medic Marines and 2 vessels, and I don't see any lurkers. I don't see any lurkers to deal with this, ladies and gentlemen. He may not. Oh, there they are. Okay. There they are. Okay. I thought they should have been up by now, but I hadn't seen them yet. And maybe they were burrowed, and so they were cloaked for me, and I didn't have detection. Anyway, again, that bottom right base is still very vulnerable, though, and it looks like that's where he might be aiming. In fact, the thing is the bottom right base is actually, with tanks cannot go through the small chokes in the middle of the map. They have to go around the sides, and so it's actually a little bit closer distance for the tanks to attack that as well. He's going to go in for an attack into the bottom right while he's dropping into the natural. Nice little pocket behind the minerals. Is he going to be able to run the drones quick enough this time? Last time he was very quick about it, but this time he's going to lose a couple drones because he's busy fighting in the middle. The lurkers are not in a great spot. He's not able to really bait the Marines into those lurkers. And in the meantime, oh, look at that. Several drones have died. The Marines are going to work there. Hydras are going to come in here, but they're not going to be enough. And now, oh, it's funny because Hydras are perfect for picking off these dropships, but they just haven't been in the right position to actually do that damage and stop the dropships from roaming around. This time he's at least going to scare the dropship away. Oh, actually, no. They're pointing out that Hydras has 1 kill on it. He did kill the dropship. Somehow he actually did run it in there. Oh my god, that's a lot of lurkers morphing right now, in addition to the ones that he saved from before. A scan goes off. He sees what's there. There's a few tanks that are unprotected. Oh, you think he missed an opportunity there, but he's waiting for these lurkers to come in. The lurkers not quite done yet. He needs to burrow those existing lurkers and send in his troops right at the same moment that those eggs finish. They pop out, and he's able to push forward. He actually doesn't even need a burrow as soon as they finish because the tanks were not in the right position. He's separated his forces. The Marines go right, the tanks are on the left, and both of them are losing forces. But the third of the bottom right is completely exposed. It's undefended. He's having to be forced to fall back here to try and defend this with these lurkers. But in the meantime, the Marines have gotten all the way in and they're defending their location as well. But he is able to do it. He doesn't quite have enough Marines to quite right-click down the hatchery. He also wasn't really targeting it. So he didn't really target any one thing, but, you know, again, you can't really blame anyone in this situation for, you know, you got to throw your units in where they're needed and then go back and macro, and that's, you know, the mark of a pro player. It's not necessarily a mistake in that situation, but it's unfortunate he wasn't able to do enough damage to really make it worth the losses that he took there, losing the 3 tanks, losing a lot of Marines. He only killed 1 or 2 lurkers, I think, like something like that. Spire is coming up now as well. Oh, I didn't even realize this game has been so bonkers. I didn't realize that C has expanded to the top left as well. He's got drops. He's gonna go for a lurker Hydra drop. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? This game is absolute insanity, and this is the exact perfect game that you would want to see for a ace match of a Grand Pro League Finals. All stops being pulled out, new things coming out. This is absolutely crazy, and you know what? You can't run your Hydras forward to irradiate stuff when there's, I'm sorry, you can't run your your vessels forward to irradiate stuff when there's Hydras there. And look at that, a nice turret line has been put up and re-emphasized just in time, reinforced rather, just in time to stop that drop from actually happening. Otherwise, that could have been the doom drop that won the finals, ladies and gentlemen. If he'd gotten lurkers on top of the barracks, that would have been devastating. But instead, because those units are back at home and the resources have been spent on turrets, they're not already at the front, and he's able to absolutely demolish C's forces. He moves in and kills every single Marine. The tanks fall after that as well. The medics dying alongside, and he is getting a couple kills here of Hydralisk. But ladies and gentlemen, this is just such cost effective for GoRush here. A nice little defense. I love that little spot on the right. Very, very difficult to counterattack with tanks and bunkers on the high ground in that spot. And that even that tank can actually kind of reach over and have an effect on this middle battlefield here. Now, SeaShield is taking position on that hill just to the top left where we just saw there. That's a good spot. I think that's what he needs to do right now. He needs to take position on top of hills, above all the ramps, and hold. Because that's what Terrans are good at doing, and he's lost too much stuff that he can't really take a full frontal fight. The old FFF, we call him, which is not an FF, which is sometimes you slash FF to forfeit in some games, you know, one thing. Anyways, GoRush crucially kept that bottom right third base, but also crucially does not have a fourth yet. I believe he's making one at the middle right. But 3 bases versus 3 bases is not necessarily the situation you want to be in. There's GoRush on your left. The 2 pensive coaches looking on, wondering if their hopes and dreams are going to be lifted up or crushed in the next several moments, ladies and gentlemen. A couple Scourge flying around. I like that move, waiting for those dropships. C has been doing really well with putting in dropships, even despite the fact the Hydras are in play. He's been really good with the drops, kind of keeping him on his toes, killing a lot of drones as well. Okay, the 4th base is up and running. It's not too well defended, but if C goes down to the top right to attack that base, he could get sandwiched, and instead he's going down to the bottom left. In order to try and combat that, GoRush coming in from the right. He's trying to go for a little bit of a sandwich here, a little bit of a pincher move, but he only has one side of the pinchers. And ladies and gentlemen, if you've ever tried to cut a piece of paper with only one half of the scissors, it doesn't work very well. You can get it done, but it's not super effective, and you can cut your fingers very easily as a result. He's burrowing a lurker in the top left here. Does he see it? Does C see the lurker? Is he too distracted by all the different things going on the map? Is he going to get some SCV kills? He's getting a lot of SCV kills up there and a lot of distraction as well. But in the meantime, that bottom right base is under threat again. And he's kind of like got some of his medic marines nearby to just kind of posture and make sure the lurkers can't run in too close. Okay, scan goes down. He kills off that lurker. Not too many kills there. Nice little D-matrix on the tank, but only going to make that survive for a little bit longer. But that's all it needs, actually. I didn't realize there's only a few units there. And now he's back again to the side right base of GoRush as well. SeaShield being everywhere at once, ladies and gentlemen. Both players being everywhere at once. SeaShield even getting a 4th base on the left. He's macroing like an absolute god, ladies and gentlemen. And GoRush's macro is a little bit failing here. Well, his macro is not necessarily failing, but it's going to have to fail because he's losing his bases. He lost the side right and the bottom right at the same time. It's not 4 bases to 2. I think that might be That might have been the stroke that SeaShield needed to get firmly in control of this game. I thought he was behind because he was losing so many armies. GoRush was trading so effectively, but now, okay, it looks like, wait, does GoRush have another base on the left? It's so hard to tell on this map, but I believe GoRush is on 2 bases right now versus SeaShield on 4, which is a catastrophic position to be in as a third player. Maybe he can pull out. Does he have Dark Swarm in his back pocket right now? He's got the Lurkers morphing. The tanks are bearing down on him. This could be the end, unless maybe is he going to get a Defiler out or something like that? More Lurkers coming to the side. Skirk popping out, able to kill off the vessels, but it doesn't matter. All these Lurkers have all been raided. Only one is going to survive. The vessels are for vision. The Marines are doing everything they can. This is the last bastion. This is the last defense. If GoRush loses this, he's going to lose the game and the finals, and SK Telecom will lose, and MBC game will have fought their way all the way to the finals 3 times. And will they actually do it, ladies and gentlemen? It looks like there's the Defiler mound, but the Defilers are too late. He had the mound, but he needed Dark Swarm 1 minute ago, and those 60 seconds are going to spell the doom for SK Telecom, ladies and gentlemen. SeaShield has done it. SeaShield, he's done it. There's the GG! There's the GG! Ladies and gentlemen, MBC Game Hero with the win. The team absolutely ecstatic. They fought their way tooth and nail to the finals of the first season, and they failed. They fought their way tooth and nail to the finals of the second season, and they got through. And now here they are, and they fought their way tooth and nail to the final game, to the ace match of the finals, and they were victorious. Got their revenge for being knocked out so hard in the finals of the first set of playoffs. And there's SeaShield looking relieved. He should be thrilled. He just achieved victory for his team, but he's almost like overwhelmed right now, almost looking sad. He's like doesn't even know what to do. It's like, maybe he's crying because he's like so happy. Absolutely amazing. MBC Game Hero takes the win, throwing their coach awkwardly into the air in rejoicement, and well-deserved partying for them, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely amazing. What a story! A rematch of the first round playoff finals, and it goes to the ace match, and we see an amazing, I've never seen the 4-hatch Lurker Hydra into Terran before, into a long game with more Hydras, and like I can't even, ladies and gentlemen. I can't even. Just absolutely amazing series altogether. Every game was fun, and what a story, and what a finals, what a finale as well. And now it looks like, oh, there's the SK Telecom team. They're like, I think they're like watching the monitor or something like that, standing around like, well, and it's kind of too bad that that's how things work, that you feel so bad when you get second place. You know, the studies have been done that showed that like people that got bronze medals in the Olympics actually feel happier than people that get silver medals, because second, you know, when you're third, you could be like, yeah, I made it to the top 3, all right. When you're second, you're like, the first place was so close that, you know, it feels bad to get a win. Essentially, they got second place out of the entire year of play, and you know, so they deserve some credit for that. But also understandable that they look pretty downtrodden, and GoRush, despite preparing specifically, I didn't even realize that until the game started. I was like, wait a minute, he's their ace in the hole. He was preparing for this ace match the entire time. Their best player preparing for the ace match the entire preparation time. Absolutely bonkers. Wow, what a finals. And SeaShield, who had prepared for a Terran versus Terran on a different map for the first game of the series. He'd lost the first game of the series. And he comes back in the ace match and redeems himself and redeems his team to take home the final win, to clinch out the championships. Just amazing. Just amazing. Just amazing. Well, that's great. I don't know what else to say, but that was a really cool series, and what a great finale. Hope you all enjoyed it. I don't know if I should, the VOD I have goes on for another 20 minutes. But I don't think I want to necessarily leave that on. Oh yeah, see, they always have they've got like the special like championship t-shirts. Man, can you imagine? The SK Telecom has a box of championship t-shirts now that they had ready so they could put it on if they won. And they gotta throw them away now. Like, imagine. Oh man, this is a funny thought, I think. Anyway. Wow. Amazing stuff. Anyway, let's see. Yeah, there's. I guess they have like an analyst deck. That was Nalra, by the way, in the orange there. They've got an analyst deck that they're kind of cutting back and forth to, but they're like, hey, why are you cutting the analyst desk when there's like an interview going on with? I don't actually know who that guy is. Is he like a general manager or something like that? I don't. Maybe he's another coach. I don't recognize him. Maybe he's the owner, team owner, or something like that. Who knows? Anyway, I'll just kind of skip through this a little bit here so we can kind of see what's going on. There's the team captain, Busan, getting some credit as well, getting some cheers. He's doing a little bit of an interview too. He's got a nice smug smile on his face there. Well, not smug. I shouldn't say smug, but has negative connotations. But he looks happy. It looks. SeaShield still looks almost like shook. He doesn't know how to feel, man. That's crazy. And you know what? This is probably. Remember, I said SeaShield. He never got personal glory in any of this in any of the individual leagues, right? So this. Winning the ace match for his team and winning the championship for the entire year is probably the crowning moment. We're witnessing the crowning moment of SeaShield's entire esports career. Kind of crazy. And actually are giving the wait, what is this like the second place stuff. So I mean they still get 10 million won. That's about $9,000, you know. So that's not nothing. It's actually less than I would expect for second place for an entire year's worth. But they had separate prize pools for the different round playoffs and stuff too. So anyway, so you know, SK Telecom, they at least get some credit and they get some congratulations there. And but I think they're gonna give the finals check next, I guess. Maybe I missed the check. Again, there's like 20 minutes of celebrations and stuff here, so... Oh, here's the check. Let's see how much they got for first place. 20 million won! $18,000. Again, not as much as I would expect for winning the finals. But they get the cool trophy as well. So that's really only 18 for the whole team? $18,000 for the whole team? I think the individual star leagues are more than that at this point in time. But again, they did get money from the previous rounds as well. So maybe it's just like the icing on the cake prize because it's the last best of 7. You know, MBC game just won another, I think 20 million won or something like that for the round 2 finals. A few weeks earlier than this. So anyway, we'll skip through here a little bit. SeaShield getting the MVP. For winning. Wow, he gets $1,800 personally just for the MVP there. Nice. For pulling out that clutch win at the end. Very nicely done. And more stuff. And here's where they turn on the sappy music and the confetti falls and whatever, all this stuff. And then they cut back to the commentator desk. So anyway. Oh, he's shook, man. I don't think he's holding it in. I think he's crying. I'm about to cry looking at him. I'm getting teared up right now. Poor SeaShield. Yeah, look at him wiping the tears out of his eyes. This is the best moment of his life. So I'm glad that he's feeling the emotions of it. Anyway, before I start crying as well, I'm gonna go ahead and head out, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you all have enjoyed this game. this series and this entire series of series. We had 7 best of 7s to go through the entire playoffs and finals for this. I hope you all enjoyed the whole thing. There is a playlist of it, so if you enjoyed everything and you know someone else that might enjoy it, you can share that playlist with them. Let me know what you guys want to see next. I do actually have plans for another tournament that I'm going to go through, and I'm going to probably do some random stuff in between, and then I'll do another video kind of announcing the next set of games I want to do, because I do kind of enjoy having a set to do, like an entire thing to work through, like we did with this playoffs. And so I've got a plan for another series I'm going to do, but let me know, guys, what you want to see, because you know, I feel like people have not been as interested in these particular games, doing these Pro League playoffs. So some people have been watching them, but I you know, I don't really care about view counts or anything like that, but I want to make sure I'm putting out stuff that you guys are interested in as well. So please give me some feedback if you're like, I don't really like 2006 era, or make it more big names, only Flash J-Dong and stuff like that. You know. Anyways, but like I said, I'm going to be doing some more random stuff in the next few days, and then before too long, I'm going to be doing some other stuff. But anyways, hope you all enjoyed it. Thanks very much for watching. GG. Take care, and yeah, have a good one. Hope you're all staying healthy and safe and happy. Take care.